Yeah, the reason why this video got up late was because they banned me. I'm not gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie, we back. Oh, baby. Let's get it.
This bitch, that nigga, this, that, you know?
Wait, what? Whoa, like, what? Like. Wait. You just clicked on my video. I'm not gonna lie, that got me feeling some type of way. Hope you enjoy it. This is what life of an incel looks like. Now, I didn't know what the definition of incel is, so I looked it up. A member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women. Cornballs. Sexually typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. Okay, this is old, 6 years ago, but I saw somebody watch it. I said, why not? I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of cool though. Like, I mean, smoking ain't cool, but it was a clean little intro he had going on there. Cool shit. So he gets no hoes.
Fireball multiple. Ellie, I'm gonna fireball multiple government buildings. Ellie, my name is Spat, S-P-A-T. I live in the United Kingdom.
Who is this lovely lady? Is it your mother?
Within the next few months, I'm gonna fireball my cities. Remember that. And if you don't report me to the police, it's on your conscience, honey.
This is kind of sarcastic bits.
This is a performance. For the cameras and for me, a woman. Because this is a chat room of incels. Virgins spread across 3 continents.
These are my friends. This guy's name, we call him Prince. Bald already. This is a guy named Dank. He's a compulsive liar. Yeah, Joey's his vice bitch still there. Written by Fuck You. And that's just how we talk though, you know? Like, this bitch, that nigga, this, that, you know?
Wait, what? Whoa, like, what? Like, whoa, hold on. Oh, so we're not going, so what? I don't really have a problem with white people saying it. Be honest with you, I don't. And I can't even sit here confidently and say I understand why black people don't like white people saying it. But the black community, my brothers and sisters are just focusing on so many things but the important stuff. And that's just what it's going to be. I mean, it's just what it is, right? You know, I mean, hopefully I could help out change with that, but it just caught me off guard. That's all.
It's just like vulgar. And you could call that toxic, but we're all desensitized to it.
That's so crazy because I used to be afraid of talking and conversing and coercing, whatever you want to call it, with women. To the point, it's so crazy, like when you're not used to it and you're just shy, if a fine female is in the vicinity, it just messes with your whole being. Because it's like, as men, we're natural hunters and we hunt. So it's like, you feel all those things. I'm sure this incel feels all these things with a female around him, like a good-looking female he's attracted to. All those feelings he feel, all that fear, wanting to get out of the scene, wanting to remove himself from the situation. Bro, that's really your hunter's instinct, like that's being caged. Like it wants to hunt. It wants you to talk to her.
Most of the world was introduced to incels when Elliot Rodger killed 6 people at UC Santa Barbara in 2014.
Police didn't have to search long to learn what motivated a 22-year-old gunman to kill 6 people and injure 7 others.
Before doing so, he posted a 141-page manifesto, mostly blaming women for not having sex with him.
And I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up, blonde slut.
It made him a hero among some incels.
Yeah, these are this is lack of testosterone, lack of manhood. This is what you want. This is what you should be afraid of. This is what a man that has no emotional control or self-awareness or any type of testosterone, that's what that looks like. You should be afraid of these type of people. Bro, society will literally say that they don't want a society of females they'll essentially say they don't want a masculine man. They'll choose the bear over the man. Like they don't want a masculine man, a man that's dominant, a man that wants a submissive woman, a man that knows his values, like a regular man, how men are supposed to be, a regular schmegular man. But then it's either that or you have this guy. There's no in between.
Then in Toronto in April, Alec Manassian praised Rodger on Facebook.
A man that can control his emotions has empathy. He's not a damn ticking time bomb waiting to go off. This dude was a ticking time bomb. He probably didn't even approach females, bro. He probably had no game, no sauce, none of that.
Before driving a van into a crowd of people, killing 10.
Alec Manassian wasn't part of a terrorist group, but it may not be as simple as suggesting he was a lone wolf.
What is an incel?
It's involuntarily celibate.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was in that room having that conversation with her, I'd be all up in her eyes, boy. He's panicking right
Was a
now.
lone wolf.
What is an incel?
Why she say it like that? And why she look at him like that? Am I the only one seeing
Not be
this?
as simple as suggesting he was a lone
Nah, I
wolf.
just like the way she said. See, I'd have been picking up on all that because I don't look down, up, looking at the weather app and shit. I look at the female. I look at her eyes so I could pick up on anything she might give off.
What is an incel?
It's
Oh, I see.
involuntarily celibate.
Like, he panicking.
It's just something you are. You know, Volcel is voluntarily celibate.
It's just something you are. This is the weakest form of... Nah, I ain't gonna lie. There's weaker. Ah, that's scary, I ain't gonna lie.
IN-CEL is involuntarily
There's weaker.
celibate, meaning you've
There's
tried
weaker.
many times and failed. And then
No,
there's mental
hell
cells,
nah,
which
hell
is probably
nah.
the best.
Keep killing me with telling me I tried many times to fail. Bro, if you try the same thing at the same time with every female, you gonna fail. Bro, you talking about, so I tried that, bro. Nigga, I can only imagine what it looks like when you approach a female. I can only imagine.
It's me, someone who can't form a relationship because of mental blockage.
What have you been
This dude
diagnosed
is
as?
blaming...
Agoraphobia, obsessive compulsive disorder, social
You got
anxiety,
everything.
social paranoia.
You
That's
got
not
everything in the book. You have everything. I could kill this nigga with my bare hands. It's crazy. You got everything in the book. Nah, that nigga probably had a strap on him.
a thing.
Pull that motherfucker.
Joey is 23 years old.
I know he jacks
doesn't
off,
have a
so
job.
his testosterone
He's
is
not in
being lifted
school.
from his body, literally.
On a given
ascending
day,
from
he
his
may
body.
not get up from
No, he
his
jacks
chair,
off-
where he
jacks off,
sits sometimes for
smokes,
2
probably
days
jacks off 2-3
straight,
times a day.
smoking cigarettes and running
Smoking
chat
cigarettes,
rooms.
he don't train.
Honestly,
he don't eat
I
clean.
feel more real
Oh
here.
my goodness.
Sitting in front of the computer. When I go outside, I almost depersonalize a little bit.
Yeah,
and feel
'cause-
like I'm playing a video game. I don't know what that is. It's just a state of mind.
She
It's
looking
probably
at him
just a
like,
side effect
man.
of isolation.
Are incels violent?
I don't think they're really violent. They're very meek. And when an incel attacks, it's not the same type of thing as when Dylan Roof shot up that church or when ISIS blows people up. Those are perhaps more masculine. These are like docile men
This nigga just claimed that he basically just said, I'm not masculine. And niggas are okay with that. He needs a figure.
who have like this bottled
said
up
I'm
thing
not
and then
masculine.
it comes out as an outburst of anger. But I think that that's uncommon.
People joke about killing women.
That's a higher percentage. People who joke about killing women.
The jokes were ambiguous enough that Reddit banned its incel forum last November for violating its policy against inciting violence. But incels still talk on sites with fewer rules, like 4chan and incels.me.
What does
You
Elliot
look at the
Rodger
damn...
mean to the incel community?
.me.
Look at this, bro. I don't even know if this isn't an ad. This is literally a picture. I'm sure this is a picture that they put on the forum. This is the main picture. This is probably an ad. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, that's crazy.
What does Elliot Rodger mean to the incel community?
People look up to him, I guess, in some sense. Not in the chat room I run. It's part a joke, part people look up to.
And do you like the ambiguity that you can't tell whether they're joking or not?
Yeah. Well, that's the...
Even if they're talking about someone who killed people.
Well, I think that
He doesn't
it's
care.
part of a way for them to heal themselves. Maybe they feel bitter and resentful like he did, and to be able to laugh at him is a way to be able to laugh at themselves.
Incels believe in a strange cosmology where a male archetype named Chad talks to women with ease and is rewarded with sex.
What
Incels
the hell?
define themselves in opposition to this, as too ugly or awkward, and resent women for falling for
Funny, bro, because the nigga is not ugly at all. But when you look in the mirror a bunch of times a day and you compare yourself to people online, I can't say anything to you that's going to change your mind. That's why I always talk about the mirror. I
the
always
Chads
say
of the
that.
world.
Before we came here, I told you to just be
he's a
yourself.
porn addict.
You said that was a joke.
The joke was like, he's some skinny loser and Chad does something awesome and he goes, hey man, how do you do it? And the guy, Chad just goes, just be yourself, man. Chad doesn't realize that, his good looks or his muscles or his financial status or his social status are what make him successful and what...
How do you think Chad got those things? How do you think Chad got those things? I don't think the incels can answer this question. He was just born like this.
Get him friends. He doesn't realize that. He thinks it's just his personality that does that. It's just virtue of him being him.
Okay.
Incels think that without a stigma on female sexuality, women will sleep with countless high-status chads, leaving the remaining 80% of men sexless and resentful.
Women who have had...
I know boy ain't got no dad in his life. His mom letting this shit flow.
Sex with, 100+ men, and now they're kind of ostracized from their communities, and they feel that they were kind of lied to by a feminist progressive society that told them it's okay to flaunt your sexuality.
But that just seems kind of like a cartoon to me. Like, I don't actually know in my personal life many women who've slept with hundreds and hundreds
You don't?
of men.
You should interview girls 22, 23 right now and ask them how many partners they've had.
He's right.
For all the anger directed outward
It's funny because they all look like clowns, but they're not ugly. You could just tell. Maybe it's just because I know they're in the room and I know they incels.
women,
But this nigga, like,
there's more directed inward. Incels are dangerous,
they're
but
very
mostly
dangerous.
to themselves.
He's gonna get his dick out. That's what he does. Gets his dick out, shits his pants.
What? This is crazy. He got a nice little, this isn't bad milk. Got a nice little shorty next to him. He ain't gonna say, all he gotta do is just crack a joke or so he ain't gonna do none of that. He is literally in panic mode. It's like a lion is outside his door right now.
Incels are dangerous, but mostly to themselves.
She on the bed, she next, like, he could just turn her like, oh, listen.
He's gonna get his dick out. That's what he does. Gets his dick out, shits his pants.
What is going on?
He's shitting his pants. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This is what happens.
Look.
This stunt was one of this guy's recurring jokes. So was suicide. He died at home on July 7th. Coroners haven't yet ruled on a cause of death. In this subculture, people bond over self-loathing. Joey says it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
But 4 of his friends have killed themselves.
Very therapeutic. I mean, I guess they ain't got no worries no more. No, don't. Bro, this is why, listen, hear me out, right? This is why I had to stop getting on VR chat. Y'all know what VR chat is. I'm sure a lot of y'all know what VR chat is. If you don't know, basically, if you got a VR, you can get on there. They have many games. I'm sure you've heard of the VR before, but they have a specific game called VR chat. And people be on VR chat. For the most part, they're adults, for the most part. I was getting on there. Mind you, I have no problem with the real world. I'm very confident. I could talk to women. I'm good. But I started getting on VR chat, right? And I noticed I started to like it. It was cool, but the reality is, when I'm on there, I be talking how I be talking on the videos, how I just talk in person, just how I talk. Telling people, listen, you should definitely tap into the real world. I know a lot of you are not this confident in real life. And I know it's hard for you, and I know you probably get made fun of, and I know life seems hard. And I found myself talking about this thing. I started talking about God a lot. I talked about Jesus, just how I communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually, if I talk to somebody enough, these things are gonna come out regardless. But it would be couples that are literally cuddled up together in the VR, and I found myself going in rooms with multiple I used to get on VR chat like every other day, sometimes like every consecutive day after day. I don't know, just when I felt like getting on it. And I would see the same couples. I met a few friends that I got their Instagrams and stuff like that. And they're cool. They're cool people. But it's just the attachment that people have to the virtual world was kind of attaching itself to me in a sense. Like, I started to not become addicted, but I noticed like I liked being in VR chat a little more than being in the real world. In a sense of, how would I say it? Like, I prefer talking to females on there versus real life. And I didn't like that my mind was kind of shifting. So I stopped. I haven't been on VR chat in a long time. I was just like, no, I'm good off this. Because I need to become more and more attached to the real world. Because at the time, it's 2024, but we in 2025 now. And it's like, I got to lock in more than ever what I'm saying? So I stopped playing. And I would be on the VR chat for like 2-3 hours, and I'll be pissed off when my battery died. It was a time waster. I'm not gonna lie, because when you find yourself having conversations with people, whether it's on the phone, real life, or VR, it's all the same. The connection is still there. So I'm having conversations with these people, flirting with females at a virtual bar. It was just fire. The conversation was just fire. It's funny because the few Instagrams I did get, boy, these females do not look how they sound. Boy, it was crazy. I came into a couple encounters. It was just like, bro, I came into one of them was a transgender, bro. She was, and I didn't know until one of my homies on VR chat, Brandon, told me. It's like, it was crazy. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Like, this nigga look, the nigga sound like a female. I looked at the gram. Nigga got the angles to perfection. Mwah, chef's kiss. Something in the back of my head was ringing, but it wasn't loud enough until Brandon reaffirmed me. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I was gassing this nigga up. Wow. I'm so glad there's no recordings or nothing of how I was talking to this person. But I wasn't talking that crazy. But if you ever see me talking to females, or if I ever make a video talk, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't too far-fetched from how I was talking to that trans. I'm not gonna lie. Not a proud moment, I might have. I got tricked. And that's the thing, on the internet, you can get tricked. I got tricked. Moral of the story, don't be an incel, man. Listen, I know life is so tough, but you have to understand, the number one thing a man needs to do is face his fears, because if he doesn't, what are you? You're not a man. Men face their fears. Every man is afraid, but men fight fear. And that's what makes us brave. You're an incel, I promise you, bro, there's dudes that look way worse than you. Keep looking in the mirror, comparing yourself. Stop doing that, bro. There's niggas with no arms, legs, blind, can't hear, can't eat, can't drink. I promise you, buddy, your life ain't that. You're living pretty good, man. It could be a lot worse. And start praying more, man. I don't even like throwing religion at people. I believe in Jesus, but as far as like, and I read the Bible, and I'm tapped into the Bible. But like I said before, the aspect of the Christian religion and how they accept everybody. Jesus accept everybody, but the way they accept everybody, like, it's just, I have my gropes. I believe in Jesus. As far as Christianity, sure, but you can classify me as that, but I believe in Jesus. I believe in the Bible, and I believe in what Jesus teaches and how he moved in his representation. But aside from all that, listen, man, incels are scary because they're capable of doing a lot of things. They are very capable. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll see you on the next video. Now you just got finished watching my video. I only asked one question. Let me know in the comments. What'd you think? All right, stop the outro.